Are you gonna put these on YouTube again?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that works pretty well.
Yeah, that goes really well. Okay. So how are you feeling today?
Well, I've been a little annoyed. My grandfather passed away last week, and he was, I mean, it's sad, but he was really old, so it wasn't unexpected. But he was in hospice for a whole day, and my mom called everyone but me.
How does that make you feel?
Well, like, kind of ticked off, because, like, she called my brother, who's in Chicago, and couldn't get down in time, and my cousin, who's in New York, and couldn't get down in time. My dad was working, but not me, and I was the one who was, like, just hanging out around the house. Like, I could have just sitting there watching TV, and I could have, like, gone. Mm-hmm. And it's really funny, because I know exactly why. Like, because I'm the baby of the family. Like, she called my dad, and was just expecting my dad to, like, come pick me up, take me down there. Like, no one thinks about, like, hey, she's an adult, she can drive her car, like, 20 minutes to the hospital.
So how does that make you feel when your parents kind of baby you and don't really trust you with... You're a college student, don't you feel like you could handle it?
Well, yeah. It's sort of like, I don't know. I don't want to use the word, like, oppressed, but, like, undervalued or something, and, like, yeah, I could handle something, like, driving and seeing something.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big thing, like, you don't get to do that again.
Right. Do you kind of feel like they don't think you're strong enough to handle that?
I don't know. I think they still think, like, I'm, like, 10 years old, like, all the time. And it just seems like everything that comes up, like, I'm just a kid. And I don't know, like, how to show them that I'm not, because I'm responsible. I do a lot of housework and grades and jobs, and I'm sure every responsible thing I can do, but I'm still the baby.
Have you ever tried to talk to your parents about this?
Not a whole lot. I don't know. We don't talk a whole lot in my family, like, overtly.
Yeah.
We're all kind of passive-aggressive, which probably isn't good.
No, I understand. My family's just the same way. We don't really talk about issues.
Yeah.
But do you think, like, has this ever happened before in your life, that you feel like you've been kind of handled like a baby?
Well, not outside of my family a whole lot. It's just, because I think when I'm away from them, I can kind of establish myself independently, which is nice. But my family happens all the time. Like, my dad and my brother will be talking about something, and I'll actually know about it, and I'm like, yeah, I can join in and contribute to the conversation. And then they just kind of give me this look, like, go away, go on, start talking. And I'm like, really?
Do you think that affects the way you are around your family?
Maybe a little. I've never really thought about it like that, but it seems like when I get that feedback from them that I'm just a child, I tend to act more like a child in response.
Yeah.
Just like, fine, I'll... And then I don't, like, pick up my laundry for a few days, and which, again, is extremely passive-aggressive.
Yeah.
Maybe that probably reinforces their view of me as a child.
Ooh, that could be a challenge to maybe try to break that cycle and, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Maybe a way to do that. It seems like such an automatic thing, like I don't think about it at all. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to act like I'm 5 years old or something.
So maybe when you go home and you find yourself doing childish things, you could try to consciously make an effort not to. I know that'd be really hard, but yeah, that could be
form the habit or something.
Is annoyance the only feeling you get from that situation?
Not really. I don't really know. I feel like undervalued.
Yeah.
Contributing. It also feels like I should be doing something like a lot more when I feel like I'm doing a lot. I don't know.
Makes sense.
I mean, besides that, it's just like finals and stuff.
The usual.
Fun. Yeah, the usual insanity.
Yes.
Ready for summer?
Me too. Summer is amazing.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Not a whole lot. Sorry. Anything else? My piano lesson. My last piano lesson this semester coming up. I'm excited about that. I really, really don't like the professor. It's kind of obnoxious.
Oh.
Like, sitting in a room alone with her for 30 minutes takes like half an hour of my life at least. Well, not even half an hour, because half an hour is wasted in that room, but like an extra half an hour on top of that. Stressful. She just like stands right behind you and like corrects you, but as you make mistakes, the way you like change and make you correct it on your own.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts.
That would drive me crazy. Do you think that affects your performance?
It makes me super super nervous. Like I'll play something right, but then she's like sitting there screaming at me, and I'm like, I do what I do. So I just like kind of stop thinking, like my shit off my brain, and I just like do whatever she tells me, and then it's not that good.
Yeah. Sounds like a coach when he knows you.
You're
Just kind of shut him off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's funny because like I'll be playing like a fourth, so there's like 4 steps in between my 2 fingers. Is like there's keys on a piano, and there should be 4 of them in between my 2 fingers.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it's called a fourth. And like I was playing the wrong fourth. It should have been on different keys, but it's still 4 keys. And she's like,
Yeah.
fourth, and I'm like, I am playing a fourth, and it's the wrong fourth. So
Right.
I get super confused.
Yeah, maybe she needs to work on her communication.
Yeah, she's one of those super intense people, which is kind of great in some classes.
Yeah.
Like classes where there's more than 1 student, so you have a little bit of camaraderie to kind of
Yeah.
defense against. It's not just targeted at you.
Right.
When it's just you and her in a room, it's kind of scary. Well, what else should we do? Want to see our time?
Ooh, 6 minutes.
All right.